Mr. Higgins to inquire.
Thank you, Chairman Neal, and thank you for holding this important hearing. The economic circumstances of housing affordability were present long before COVID-19 pandemic began and are now even more difficult. Low housing supply has made it a challenge to purchase a home. My Western New York district has a traditionally stable housing market that has become increasingly more competitive. For people of color, the path to home ownership is worsened by decades of discriminatory policies. Buffalo's East Side tells a story of the current housing market. As you all know, the neighborhood was recently targeted by a racist mass shooter, in part because of the reality of these structural inequalities. Decades of redlining and systemic disinvestment have produced vacant, dilapidated homes where there could be affordable single-family housing. Gentrification and displacement are also concerns. As medical research and tech companies grow their presence in Buffalo, Eastside residents rightly worry that rents and home values will increase to a point where they are no longer affordable. The right policies have the ability to address these concerns while promoting equitable investment. Our bill, the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act, would provide a tool to encourage the construction of moderately priced single-family homes in neighborhoods of need. The bill would create a tax credit to rehabilitate dilapidated single-family homes or build new homes on empty lots. Dr. Watkins, can you discuss the Neighborhood Home Investment Act and the opportunities that would be provided for pathways to home ownership for people of color?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Congressman, for that question. I would like to also point out that the land bank that services your area has about 8,000 vacant properties in its inventory. So there's a lot of opportunity to help create affordable housing with the actual literal inventory that's available today. Part of the challenge has been how do we renovate these homes so that when families acquire them, they can be turnkey. We don't need families, especially low and moderate income families, absorbing new debt. And two, what's the mortgage product that will help these families be able to purchase these properties from the land bank? Even if the transactional costs are as low as $25,000 or $30,000, we have spent the bulk of this morning talking about the lack of down payment assistance. We need a mortgage mechanism for families to be able to purchase these 8,000 vacant properties so they can put them back into productive use. How the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act would work is that it would allow developers to be able to do the renovations on these vacant properties. These are the non-occupied properties that families can utilize as natural affordable housing in their area. And so what happens with the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act is that developers would be given a tax credit once the home is sold and acquired by a potential homeowner. And we think this is a great strategy to increase home ownership in places like Buffalo. Two, it actually moves those problem properties out of the land bank and move them directly into the hands of potential homeowners. It creates more revenue for local government, and it actually combines public-private investment. So we do urge Congress to pass the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act. We think this is a strong strategy to free up and to develop and bring some of the current supply, bring it up so it could be available to current homeowners as a potential homeownership opportunity. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor, for your leadership on this issue, and can't underscore the importance, particularly in older areas. The historic tax credit, new market tax credits have been profoundly successful in helping to rebuild places like Buffalo, New York, and other cities throughout the country. So this is a new tool that we could enact toward the goal of stabilizing neighborhoods. As you said, 8,000 properties that are land banked would be, a huge boost to the stability of this part of the city of Buffalo. So I thank you for your leadership. With that, I'll yield back, sir.
And it will also help to increase the home ownership, not just of low income, but of your African American and Latino residents, which we think is one of the major important parts to this bill.
Thank you very much.
Thank the gentleman.